Welcome back. You're watching Newsx. I'm Budhar Pratap Singh. Odisha Chief Minister Mohan Charan Majhi has taken a significant step towards making the state an industrial hub by signing a memorandum of understanding with Indian Oil Corporation Limited for setting up India's largest dual-feed naphtha cracker project. The project will be developed in Paradeep, Jagat Singhpur district with a groundbreaking investment of 61,077 crore rupees towards realizing Odisha's aspirations in energy and petrochemical sector. Union Minister Hardeep Puri was present at the MOU signing event.
Sir, like Odisha, any other states are
अरे बहुत स्टेट्स हैं भैया. गुजरात इज डूइंग एक्सेप्शनली वेल. अभी आंध्र प्रदेश में वी हैव एन 80,000 करोड़ रिफाइनरी कम है. अभी तो दिस वाज अ उड़ीसा स्पेसिफिक प्रोग्राम. देखो मैंने उड़ीसा की प्रशंसा की. उसका मैं ये मतलब नहीं है बाकियों के नहीं करूंगा. सब जगह जहाँ पे हमारी रिफाइनिंग है और ऑयल और एनर्जी फैसिलिटीज है सबकी हम तारीफ करेंगे.
Aditya Kumar is joining us for more details on this story. Aditya, take us through the details of this MOU that has been inked between Indian Oil Corporation and the government of Odisha.
जी उदय, मैं आपको बताऊं कि पिछले 2 दिनों से यहाँ पे ये कार्यक्रम चल रहा था जिसमें दोनों दिन अलग अलग तरीके के MOU साइन किए गए हैं. खासतौर से आज जो MOU साइन किया गया है उसमें हरदीप सिंह पुरी समेत कई ऐसे लोग थे जो मौजूद थे वहां पे. और इसमें जो है लगभग 6 ऐसे MOU साइन हुए हैं जिसमें कई ऐसे कंपनी हैं जो वहां पर अपना जो एक कंपनी वहां पे बनाने या फैक्ट्री स्थापित करने के लिए जो है ये पूरी MOU साइन की गई है. बताया ये जा रहा है कि इस पूरे MOU साइन करने के प्रोसेस में 98,000 करोड़ से भी ज्यादा का इन्वेस्टमेंट जो है उड़ीसा में आने वाला है और लगभग 67,000 से भी ज्यादा जो जॉब है वो वहां पर शुरू होने वाले हैं. तो ये एक बहुत ही प्रदेश के लिए अच्छा इनिशिएटिव है. जिस तरीके से मुख्यमंत्री जो है उड़ीसा के मोहन चरण मांझी वो लगातार दिल्ली का दौरा कर रहे हैं. लगातार इस तरीके के इवेंट जो है वो कर रहे हैं. हाल ही के दिनों में जो उड़ीसा का स्थापना दिवस हुआ तो वहां पर भी कई ऐसे महत्वपूर्ण फैसले प्रदेश के लिए लिए गए थे. उसी को कड़ी में जो है इस तरीके से किए गए. टोटल 13 MOU जो है अलग अलग तरीके से किए गए हैं साइन, जिसमें करोड़ रुपए जो है इन्वेस्ट किए गए हैं. खासतौर से IOCL का जो है वो बहुत ही ज्यादा खास है. IOCL जो वहाँ पर है पूरी प्लानिंग करेंगे किस तरीके से इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर तैयार किया जाएगा जो पेट्रो जो इंडस्ट्री है उसको बेनिफिट हो सकता है. और वहाँ से जो चीजें हैं खासतौर से ट्राइबल एरिया वो है पूरा का पूरा. इस ट्राइबल एरिया में किस तरीके से बेनिफिट हो सकता है इस सबको लेकर के जो है वो बातचीत जो है वो की गई थी. जैसे वहाँ पर धर्मेंद्र प्रधान भी मौजूद थे पूरे कार्यक्रम में. जैसे कि मिनिस्टर है हरदीप सिंह पुरी जो पेट्रोलियम एंड नेचुरल गैस के मिनिस्टर है वो वहाँ पर मौजूद थे. उसके बाद जो है कई ऐसे और अन्य लोग थे जो वहाँ मौजूद है. इससे आप समझ सकते हैं कि ये पूरा कार्यक्रम रहा है, पूरा MOU रहा है वो कितना महत्वपूर्ण रहा है. मुख्यमंत्री के जब कहना था ये बात है कि जॉब क्रिएशन से लेकर के इकोनॉमी डाइवर्सिफिकेशन तक इस पूरे कार्यक्रम का जो मेन मोटो था, मूल जो एक उद्देश्य था वो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलप करना, स्किल डेवलप करना, बूस्टिंग जो एक्सपोर्ट इम्पोर्ट का जो पूरा प्लान है उसको बूस्ट करना. इस तरीके के जो पूरे प्लानिंग है वो इस MOU के माध्यम से किए गए हैं. जैसा कि मंत्री जी ने पहले भी बताया, मुख्यमंत्री जो वहाँ के हैं और हरदीप सिंह पुरी जो वहाँ पर जॉब जो एक बढ़ेगा वो बहुत ही फायदेमंद हो सकता है आदिवासी क्षेत्र.
Right. Aditya, thank you for joining us with those details. More breaking news meanwhile coming in. The BJP has hit out at the Bengal governor over the Murshidabad violence. BJP has alleged that West Bengal police is struggling to control the violent Islamist mob under instructions from Mamata Banerjee. The mob was protesting against the Waqf bill and blocked National Highway 12. 2 West Bengal cars have been set on fire as well. Rani Datta is joining us for more details on this story. Renik, BJP has targeted Mamata Banerjee over the Murshidabad violence.
हाँ, एकदम देखिए बीजेपी की तरफ से दावा किया जा रहा है कि मुर्शिदाबाद में ये जो घटना हुआ है यानी मुर्शिदाबाद का जंगीपुर में जिस तरीके से वक़्फ़ बिल का प्रतिवाद में रास्ते में जब उतरे थे उसी टाइम पर पुलिस की तरफ से जब उनको रोकने का कोशिश किया गया था, ठीक उसी टाइम पर पुलिस के ऊपर हमले का घटना, पुलिस के गाड़ी को तोड़फोड़ करने का घटना और उसके साथ साथ ही पुलिस का गाड़ी में आगजनी का घटना, इस तरीके का जो घटना मुर्शिदाबाद से सामने आया है, इसी को लेकर बीजेपी अभी TMC के ऊपर हमलावर है. TMC के खिलाफ में बीजेपी का कंप्लेन है कि TMC टीएमसी की तरफ से जिस तरीके से वक्फ बिल को लेकर भड़काऊ बयान दिया गया था, उसके बाद से जिस तरीके से टीएमसी की तरफ से मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी को तोषण किया जाता है, उसी कारण में इस तरीके का घटना देखने को मिला है। इसके पहले भी देखा गया था कि कोलकाता में जब वक्फ बिल को लेकर प्रतिवाद हुआ था, उसी टाइम पर भी बहुत सारे जगह से बहुत सारे भड़काऊ बयान दिया गया था। उसको लेकर भी बीजेपी की तरफ से दावा किया जा रहा था कि टीएमसी ये वक्फ बिल को हथियार करके बंगाल में हो रहा है करप्शन और बंगाल में जो भी घटना हो रहा है टीएमसी के खिलाफ में, उसको छुपाने का कोशिश करेगा। और अभी मुर्शिदाबाद का यह घटना को देखते हुए बीजेपी का कहना है कि वक्फ बिल को सामने रखते हुए जो प्रतिवाद करने के नाम पे जिस तरीके का हमले का घटना घटाया गया है, इसके पीछे टीएमसी का ही हाथ है और टीएमसी का डायरेक्टली इन्वॉल्वमेंट ना होकर टीएमसी की तरफ से इनको प्रोवोक किया गया है, इनको ब्रेन वॉश किया गया है और इसी वजह से इस तरीके का घटना जो है बंगाल में देखने को मिल रहा है। कुछ दिन पहले भी देखा गया था कि कोलकाता का पार्क सर्कस मोड़ में वक्फ बिल का प्रतिवाद में जब रैली हो रहा था, उसी टाइम पर बहुत सारे जगह से भड़काऊ बयान भी सामने आया था। उसके बाद आज मुर्शिदाबाद में जिस तरीके से पुलिस के ऊपर हमले का घटना घटाया गया, पुलिस के गाड़ी को तोड़फोड़ किया गया, पुलिस के गाड़ी के ऊपर आगजनी का घटना घटाया गया और पत्थरबाजी का घटना घटाया गया। और इसी सिचुएशन में अभी भी सिचुएशन कंट्रोल में नहीं है, अभी भी पुलिस की तरफ से सिचुएशन कंट्रोल में ले आने का कोशिश किया जा रहा है, पुलिस की तरफ से टीयर सेल चार्ज किया गया है।
जी बिल्कुल, रहने का शुक्रिया हमारे संग जुड़ने के लिए। आगे बढ़ते हैं। The Supreme Court of India has delivered a landmark verdict pertaining to the powers of the governor who acts as the constitutional head of Indian states in a battle between the MK Stalin-led Tamil Nadu government and the Tamil Nadu governor R.N. Ravi. The Supreme Court has now ruled Governor Ravi's actions as illegal and erroneous. The judgment comes after the Tamil Nadu government moved the Supreme Court against the governor's repeated delays and refusals to assent state legislations after the Tamil Nadu governor reportedly withheld assent for 10 bills. Instead of reserving them for the president, the Supreme Court labelled Governor Ravi's actions as illegal and arbitrary as it set down a timeline for governor to decide on bills after referring to Article 200 of the Indian Constitution. The apex court has now explicitly stated that governors can only reserve bills for the president after it presented for the first time and must do so within 3 months. Meanwhile, after the bill is presented for reconsideration, assent must be granted within a maximum period of 1 month. Chief Minister Stalin has hailed the judgment as historic, calling it a huge victory for all states as well as a vindication of state autonomy. CM Stalin pushed the judgment as a landmark victory in ensuring a balance in the relationship between states and the union government and a win for federalism in the country. Sumit Peer, political commentator, is joining us live. Dr. Syed Hafiz, DMK spokesperson, is with us on the broadcast. Mithun Vijay Kumar, author, is joining us live. C. Rajshekharan, an advocate, also joins the broadcast. Let me make a start with you first. Let me quickly bring you in here. Of course, Dr. Hafiz, on the DMK's position on this verdict, is it vindication of your stand?
Absolutely, it's a vindication of our stand. Time and again, we have been accusing the BJP and the Tamil Nadu governor of having a parallel government against the will and whims of the people of Tamil Nadu, against the democratically elected government. Today's judgment is a welcome judgment that will strengthen the cooperative federalism and state autonomy. The efforts of the BJP and the governor to capture the institutions of Tamil Nadu by backdoor has been completely abolished. The words used by the Supreme Court are very, very important. They say that anybody who holds the office of governor should run the office with constitutional values and principles, which we said the governor wasn't doing. And it also said there is no bucket veto, and the governor cannot be an inhibitor. This is what we have been saying. The governor was a roadblock to every initiative this government was taking for the welfare of the people in the interest of the state. In the interest of the state. See, we have always said that the governor is a titular head, and I have seen representatives of the governor, people who are talking for the governor, and they said the governor is the head of the state. The Supreme Court in the previous judgment said that the governor is a titular head. He has to abide by the advice of the governor. This becomes a landmark judgment not only for Tamil Nadu, but it is a landmark judgment for the entire country which believes in federalism, because there was always an ambiguity and grey area of about Article 200 and grey area about as soon as possible, which is said in the Article 200 of the Constitution. Now we have got an answer. The Tamil Nadu government, it is the DMK government, it is the Chief Minister Muthuvel Karunanidhi Stalin, which has which has given a definition for the grey area regarding federalism and the powers of the governor. So it is a very good judgment which gives clarity on the constitutional matters about how the governor should function, and it has set a time frame. It has been 5 years in the 2020 bill which has been pending with the governor. Now we have got an answer. So these kinds of indefinite delay will not happen. So it is in the interest of the states and the state government, particularly opposition ruled state government, that we have given an explanation and definition to the gray area which the issue was. Now it has also brought about how the state government is more powerful. A democratic government is more powerful than the nominated governor who has been nominated by the union government. So our stand has been clearly proven right by the Supreme Court judgment, and it's a very clear verdict against the union government, against the BJP, which is.
See, Rajshekharan, come in here. Of course, DMK is claiming a vindication, but do you believe that this is, of course, a clear setback for Raj Bhavan? The observations as well that have been given by the court, what do you make of them?
Uday, good evening. Uday?
Yes, Mr. Rajshekharan, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yes. See, we are in a people's democracy. We are governed by the Indian Constitution. The Honorable Supreme Court has definitely made this country a people's welfare country today, because the order, the judgment which has been delivered in the interest of the state and its rights has set a benchmark. All said and done, this judgment with regard to the governor's interference in the administration on day-to-day basis has been set aside. Article 200 of the Indian Constitution has to be followed. The governor, who should have been a neutral, unbiased person without any political affinity, has interfered in everything at the behest of his political bosses. In this case, it is the BJP and of course, the RSS. He is originally from the RSS. So the judgment doesn't speak about that. But what I insinuate, or I understand, that the Honorable Supreme Court has categorically said in its judgment that the interference of the governor in the passing of bills and not following Article 200 is against the law and is illegal act. So going by the merits of the judgment, the governor must immediately resign, or the Honorable President of this country must immediately remove him from the seat to ensure the people of this country have faith in the office of the
Mr.
governor.
Rajshekharan calling for the governor's resignation. That's what some DMK leaders have also said today. Sumit Peer, what do you make of these calls for the resignation post the verdict of the governor of Tamil Nadu? And also, do you believe this is setting a precedent for other Raj Bhavans in the country as well, the order today?
Uday, thank you very much for having me on your show. Look, it's a very good question which you asked. First of all, we respect the decision of Honorable Supreme Court, as every Indian does, with all the due respects. But even for this particular case or for this particular situation, you can always go to a higher bench, with these options are always open. It's not done and dusted. There's no further legal recourse available. That is a notion which is being carefully being crafted about. Second thing is, you are trying to get BJP and RSS into everything, because that's possibly helps some people to make their political fortunes. And third thing is, look, if you expect a governor who's a constitutional head to be a lame duck, to be somebody who is just a rubber stamp, kuch bhi aaya, sign kar diya, well, that is not going to happen. And if you look at the stature of Mr. Ravi, look at his professional background, personal background, there are some things which he objected to. There are 10 odd bills. For example, Uday, if you talk of, if the Honorable State Assembly decides that the killers of Rajiv Gandhi should be let go, they've spent enough years in the jail. Well, technically they can do it, but was Rajiv Gandhi ji only Prime Minister of Tamil Nadu or entire India? Well, this becomes the issue wherein the sentiments of 1.4 billion people are involved. And governor in its wisdom, if he opposes to such kind of legislations, says let me send to the president or let me send to somebody higher or let's kind of deliberate more on it. Is this the right thing to do or not? Well, you cannot say that the governor is biased. If you want to unilaterally choose your vice chancellors and say no vice chancellor,
my friend is beating around the bush. He is not coming to the point.
Let me complete, sir. And say
CM, you are diverting the whole topic.
No, I'm talking of the merits of the case, sir. He said, look, CM will be de facto the vice chancellor of 32 universities. Those kind of things, the governor has the right to bring it up. Now, if you can see it as a constitution, you can see it as an interference and all. If governor was there to interfere, he would have interfered in anything. Why only 10 bills? Why not 100 bills? Why not 500 bills? Because there was some point of contention which was there, and he was right within that, as his constitutional duties to interfere, kind of ask for further discussions or deliberations or sending them to the Honorable President what his job is. Now the Supreme Court has ruled and they have set a timeline which is okay. But it is not that, it is a win for, DMK, it's a loss for BJP, it's a loss for RSS and governor should resign. Why should the governor resign? He's a very competent person. He's a very honest person. What is the point of him resigning? I mean, we have discussed on debate and Mr. Rajshekhar has been here. There have been various fiascos which Mr. Stalin has been trying to start and trying to, they all backfired. So does that mean that Mr. Stalin should resign? No. What is the point of resignation? You want to make it a political...
The governor must be a political person.
You're not looking at the merits of the case. Governor is not a political person, sir.
No, he should be a political person. But he is becoming a political person. That is what I am trying to emphasize here. I am trying to emphasize that governor has become a political
hard to paint the picture of BJP RSS, which is not there.
So, no, it is true. You check his track record. You check his track record. You check what affinity he has towards BJP and RSS.
All the governors are impartial then? You are saying the post...
Sir, my friend, you have to understand a governor should be
above politics. What is the guarantee when new governor comes, he doesn't
short intervention, sir.
I mean, what is the guarantee, sir?
Are there wider ramifications between Vijay Kumar?
Again, we have to go to the Supreme Court.
Your liking will determine the governor is good or bad. If he doesn't interfere in your scheme of things, he is good.
Mithun Vijay Kumar, are there wider ramifications of this verdict today? Are there wider ramifications Mithun Vijay Kumar of this verdict today in other Raj Bhavans as well, or should this be limited to just the limited bills looked at by the Supreme Court in this case today in Tamil Nadu? Mithun Vijay Kumar, come in here. Mithun Vijay Kumar, come in here. That question was for you.
Sir, you have misunderstood the whole episode of governor's actions. That is very unfortunate.
And that is your notion, sir.
No.
See, actually, understanding is here. It is a point. It is not the question of governor is a good guy or a bad guy. Here it's a question of constitution being followed or not. That is what Supreme Court has said. For you, governor may be good. For me, governor may be bad. But that is not a choice. The choice is the constitution. Constitution has given some roles and responsibilities in the democracy that has to be followed. The governor, who is a nominee, is not an elected person, cannot jump into everything. The Supreme Court in its judgment has categorically said it is a democratically elected person and the government and the assembly which is more responsible for the welfare of the governor. Today it is arbitrary, sir. Tomorrow he will go somewhere. But we, people of Tamil Nadu who are here, who are fighting elections, meeting the people, are the ultimate representative of the democracy of the state. The governor has no say. And coming to your very valid point of the Rajiv killers being released before
okay. Okay, we also have in fact Dr. Kanimohi, NVN Somu joining us now live, Rajya Sabha Member of Parliament of the DMK. Dr. Kanimohi, how do you view the Supreme Court verdict?
We look this as a victory of all over India, not only for the state of Tamil Nadu. Because time and again, Tamil Nadu has always been a state which has been setting example for so many issues which affects the state autonomy. Always Tamil Nadu and our leaders from Aringaranna to Muttavaringa, Dr. Kalaignar and our MK Stalin sir always stood up for the state autonomy, where states should have more voice, because the state government is being elected by the people of Tamil Nadu or whichever state. They have been elected government. So they require more democracy, more secularism, and more federalism rather than they being controlled from the union government, which is running in the center. Because a union government is a formation of all the governments from different states with different languages, different ethnicity. So in that case, I think every state has its own culture, own language, and own ethnicity. So that should be respected. And we follow so many rules and regulations which caters to that type of people and language. So in that case, from the time of reservation, now recently we have been voicing out for delimitation, we have been voicing out for work food, we have been voicing out against the NEP and 2020 and the Samagra Siksha policy. We have also taken this as a real challenge to say that the elected government, the chief minister
Yes.
of that state, should have the full autonomy to decide on the institutions run by the state government, which caters to that institutions. So that becomes a very pivotal role. So we don't take this as very personalized and we say, yeah, it is only victory to DMK and Tamil Nadu. We have always been raising voice for the common concerns of the country. In that way, our leader, Mr. MK Stalin, sees this as a victory to all the states of India.
Dr. Kanimoi Somu, which were the 10 bills that were being held back by the governor? Do you believe this verdict will help the people of Tamil Nadu with now these bills being acceded to, becoming acts now?
As time and again, the union government has been bringing bills which is not very rosy for all the communities and all the linguistic peoples of India. For example, if we could say the CIA, which was all been into the usage now, the delimitation, where the southern states are suffering because we had followed empirically the family planning which was imposed by the central government of India. And northern states which has not followed the rules and they get more number of seats. This is a total injustice. So we are not in favor of that. We want some kind of a fair deal where all the states are benefited. It's not that only the state government wants, Tamil Nadu state government wants something. And in the state assembly also, we have passed a resolution for the delimitation. I think we are one of the first state to do it. Next is our NEET. We are still again voicing out for NEET because time and again, India has been a medical hub for so many countries. It has been for decades together. During the past decades, there was nothing called as NEET, but still we have been producing good number of doctors and good number of surgeons across the country and across the world. Name any doctor, they are from India, at least to a good amount of percentage. So when that system was right and more number of the downtrodden people and people from government schools were able to get into the education system, why bring something called as NEET where we have to spend more money to the coaching centers? And those coaching centers are not approved by the state government or by the union government. There are only these third persons who try to make money out of this. So time and again, we would like NEET to be revoked and the delimitation. The work, though it has been passed, still the minority, our Muslim community, sisters and brothers, are still not very comfortable with that being passed. Then we have our farmers bill. Like this, we have a lot of bills which is not accepted by the many of the states, but it's still in usage. I think all this will help the governor to follow only his work, what is designed for him, what has to be done by him to cater to his own needs and to the state. Be a very harmonious situation between the governor and the state government.
Do you think that the Supreme Court verdict will ensure better coordination between governors and states? And if so, why?
Time and again, Supreme Court has been warning all the state governors to keep up to their rules and regulations and with their powers and with their borders. It has been so told by the Supreme Court in so many verdicts in the previous cases also. And now this verdict of the thing, which is a lesson really taught to the governors who take up charges that think that they are the supreme power of the state. When there is an elected government for that state, a governor cannot be a supreme power. Time and again, DMK has always been advocating that we don't require governors for a state when there is an elected body in the state which has faced an election, which has faced the people confidence, and we have come to the power. I think that holds good for each and every state. Once that is a power with full capacity, I think the state autonomy will also have a good say in it, so that we maintain the federalism of whole country and the secularism of our whole country. I think it not only creates a good rapport between the governor and the chief ministers of each state, it also has a good rapport between the union and the state governments, where unnecessarily the government doesn't interfere with the powers of the state government, and which doesn't have a rift between the union government and the state government. I think it would pave way for a harmonious relationship between the union of state governments and the central government and the state governments.
Now, from wars over bills to national anthem and more, how do we stop then, Dr. Kanimoi, these constant one-upmanships that often happen between the governor and the CM? And, of course, it's happening in Tamil Nadu, but it's happening in other parts of the country as well.
Now, this would be a lesson for the governor to go back and read what his rules and what his regulations and what much he can act on the state. A governor is there just to see if the state is running the government properly. That is the only work he has. If there is any chaos and in the state by the state government or between the two parties, or if there is any majority collapse or anything, that is the time when the governor really needed to call for the other people to find out if they have the majority and all that thing. That also in consultation with the president only. He is only an appointed person. That I think all the governors of the country should take in mind, but they are only appointed and they have got nothing to do with the elections, and they've got nothing to do with facing the people, and they've got nothing to do on the ground, on the field reality for them. They are a person with the power who can only just monitor, not execute their powers. They are not elected by the people. Time and again I say this, because only elected people has the power to really do good things for the people.
Okay, and finally then, what according to you is the role of a governor in a state? Do you believe today's verdict defines it or undermines it?
Exactly, the Supreme Court has defined the governor's exact work, how the governor has to work. See, this is what way back in 1967, 70s itself, our great leader, Aringer Annadurai, has given a quote stating that, I just quote it in Tamil and I will explain it in English also. He said, "Aattukku daadiyum, naattukku governorum vendam," which means the exact translation is, we know goats have beard, which is not required for the goat, and same way the states also doesn't require governor. This is the exact translation which he told it in the Tamil language in a poetical way. So actually we don't require a governor. We have a president. The president can still monitor us from the center, seeing what the states are doing. We don't require one person who is called as governor. The expenditure is unnecessary. In all states, we have a Raj Bhavan called with palatial places, which is covering and in Tamil Nadu, you have an extra sophistication of going to Ooty, you have a Raj Bhavan there also. I think all these expenses could be cut down. We don't require a governor. If there is anything which the state has to appeal to it, they can always appeal to the President of India, because even the President of India has a election to face and they win an election and come. But a governor doesn't rule this. Today's Supreme Court verdict clearly depicts us what the governor border is, what the boundary is, and where the governor, he or she should stand.
Dr. Kanimuhi, NV and Somu, thank you very much for joining us with your perspective on that big story. Do we have Mithun Vijay Kumar now back with us? Mithun Vijay Kumar, are you there now with us?
I'm here. I was here.
Okay, Mithun Vijay Kumar, I was trying to ask you earlier when I guess we had some audio issues with you on, of course, your take on this big verdict, the ramifications of it. We just had the Rajya Sabha MP from DMK there, calling it, of course, a setback for Raj Bhavan, saying that this now defines what a governor's role should be in Tamil Nadu and in other states as well. Do you believe it does? Or is that over reading the verdict today?
See, Uday, all I have to say about this judgment is, let's not confuse what the judgment clarified with, why the governor acted the way he did. The court ruling is on the procedure and not on the intent. So we should not confuse on the whole judgment and, make it like a victory for DMK or a setback for Raj Bhavan. This judgment addresses basically a procedural gray area that has now gained more clarity is what I understand. Because before this, there was a legal ambiguity. Different interpretations of Article 200 existed, including, whether the governor had the discretion to delay or refer it again to the president. So to say he acted in bad faith actually ignores the fact that this was a constitutional gray area till now. There have been judgments before, but still we were debating on this because I remember we have debated multiple times on this issue, and every legal expert had a different interpretation of the governor's powers. And in this case, governor actually, when he was delaying the bills, he raised concerns on multiple issues, many of which affected academic autonomy, alignment with central laws, and balance of powers. So whether we agree or not, those were genuine concerns and not some political games. So what this document actually gives us is a clear constitutional roadmap moving forward, and that's a good thing. But it doesn't automatically mean that the governor was acting maliciously or with some bad intent. It just means that what was once open to interpretation has now been settled by the judiciary.
Syed Hafiz,
the Honorable Supreme Court's verdict.
Syed
It
Hafiz,
has provided the much. It has. Any question?
yes, Syed Hafiz.
I'm not able to hear.
Syed Hafiz, do you want to respond to Mithun Vijay Kumar or should I take a break?
Allow me to finish, sir. You are just interrupting everyone. You speak of democracy so highly.
Syed Hafiz.
And then you keep interrupting. Is it Dr. Hafiz interrupting? So
yes,
the
Dr. Hafiz wants to respond to you.
Is to listen to dissenting voices as well. So you preach everyone about.
Dr. Hafiz, you preach democracy to others, but you don't want to hear out the other point of view, says Mithun Vijay Kumar. He believes you're overreading the verdict.
No, I'm not allowed to. So when I was speaking, someone was interrupting. I don't know.
Okay, I think. Okay, we've run out of time. I'm going to have to leave it at that. Mithun Vijay Kumar, we've got your point, but we've run completely out of time now. My thanks to our other guests as well. Let's take a short break.